14 Dating Tips for Women, How to Attract Any Men. When you hear the word love, what comes to your mind? Having a partner who spends time with you, buys you gifts and makes you happy. We all need someone to love. That's why we sign up to most dating sites hoping to find that special one. Dating isn't meant for just fun, it should have a purpose, which is marriage. In the past, you might have found that special one who later turned out to be the worst thing that ever happened to you. Also, you might have met someone nice, but during dating, you unknowingly ruined it through your attitude. Our hearts are delicate, so dating the wrong guy and dating for the wrong reasons would end up leaving us heartbroken when the relationship eventually ends. 14 Dating Tips for Women. For this reason, I have put up some tips that would make your partner love you more and your relationships last long. Let's take a look at them. 1. First impression. This is a statement you subconsciously say to someone on your first meeting. Let's say you have been longing to have a man, then he comes along. On your first date, you would be nervous about meeting him and if he's going to like you or not. Don't worry about that. Just worry about the first impression you give to him about yourself. The impression he gets would go a long way in determining how he would take the relationship. If you give him the impression of being a whore, he might end up treating you as one. If you want something serious from him, give him that impression that says you deserve something more than a one-night stand. 2. Always dress well. You are a queen, so always dress up as one. Men love women who dress well because they love to show off their dates to friends and family, but if you are fond of dressing up shabbily, they might be ashamed to introduce you to their friends. Meanwhile, being overdressed with expensive adornment might be intimidating to him, especially when he can't afford those things you wear. He might also see you as boastful. Just dress neatly and moderately. 3. Speak less about your past. Your past should remain in your past. Uncovering what happened there to him might either scare him or make him judge you wrongly. He might want to know about your past, but you shouldn't tell him all that just after you have met him. You can discuss your past only if he is ready for a serious commitment, but no matter what you spit out, don't spit it all out. 4. Turn off your phone and listen to him. A friend told me that he broke up with his girlfriend because she was always on her phone each time they were together. Instead of listening to what he has to say to her, she would be online chatting and checking all her social media accounts. That's very rude, so you shouldn't do that. When you are with him, give him the attention he deserves. 5. Don't fake it. If you try to live out a fake identity, you might either get fed up along the line or get caught. You don't need to make him love you for an identity that is not yours. Sure, you may want to impress him, but being honest from the start is a prerequisite to long-lasting trust. Be yourself and let him love you for who you are. If he doesn't, then wait for someone who would. 6. Don't call him often. I love my man so much and can't stay without calling him. Yes, I understand. You can call him, but not often. If he doesn't call or text you always, it could be a sign that he isn't interested in you. No matter how busy a person might be, if he has you in mind, he would sacrifice 30 seconds just to drop you a message. Calling him often could be annoying and he might start ignoring your calls. 7. Give him some space. On getting a new man, some ladies immediately make him the center of their world. They want to see him at lunch and dinner time. They want to go everywhere with him and can't do anything without him. No. Give him some space. Weren't you spending your time with your friends before he came into your life? Don't always call him out for every hangout. Go out with your own friends and let him do likewise. Remember, you guys aren't married yet, so stop bugging him to be available all day. 8. Don't try to control him. Some ladies feel as soon as a guy becomes their boyfriend, they can control his habit, who he chats with, what he wears, how he spends his money, where he works, etc. Come on, girl. What he needs is a girlfriend, not someone to control him. If he does something you don't like, you can politely tell him about it, not to enforce it on him. 9. Don't be desperate, just have fun. Single ladies usually feel pressure as they watch their friends and younger siblings get married and have children. You might want to feel you didn't love your ex right, that's why he didn't settle down with you. That's not true. Do you want to settle down with a guy who's not right for you? If your answer was no, then release the pressure you place on yourself to get married to the next available date. Desperation would make you bug your partner with questions like, when am I meeting your parents? When are we moving in together? When are we getting married? Take it easy, girl. If he told you he wanted to marry you from the onset, then let him decide when he wants to take the step. Before he does that, enjoy the fun of the relationship and don't scare him away with your desperation. 10. Know what you want and stick to it. Do you have a list that states what you want in a man? For example, he shouldn't be a smoker, an alcoholic, nor a flirt. If after hooking up with a new date, you discover he does the non-negotiable things on your list, you should move on without wasting time. Your non-negotiable list shouldn't have silly wishes like, he must be tall, handsome and have a posh car. Go for value, stability, character, visions and the beauty of his heart. 11. Work on yourself. No man wants a weak, lazy and unintelligent lady. If you want to be attracted to smart people, identify your strengths and start making use of them. Work on your self-confidence, self-control, self-esteem, etc. Learn to be submissive and respectful too. If you have any bad habit, work on dropping it because someone you love could jilt you because of a bad habit. 12. Be emotionally available. Due to hurts from past relationships, a lady might decide to hold back her true emotions from the present guy. She might have this belief that all guys are the same, so if she loves this new guy with all her heart, he might still disappoint her. That's not true. There are still good guys who are willing to love you wholeheartedly only if you let them into your heart. In order to connect totally with your new partner, you must get over the feelings you had for your ex, get over yesterday's wounds, then release your heart to love the present guy while hoping to get the best from the relationship. 13. Sex isn't the key. When should I have sex with him? Is it wrong to have sex on the first date? Would sex make him love me more? Well, you can have sex with him whenever you wish to. Having sex during the first date doesn't change anything. Sex can make a man stay with you for some time, but it can't make him love and stay with you forever. If you must sleep with him, do it because that is what you want. Don't be pressured into learning different sex styles hoping you would do it better than any other girl he's met. He might still jilt you despite the perfect sex you offer. 14. Ask him about commitment. If he's caring, loving, and your perfect spec, don't assume he wants to marry you when he hasn't said it. Most men fear commitment. If allowed, they would prefer to date you for years without committing to you. If he's not saying anything about commitment, ask him about it, but not in desperation. You aren't some teenager who would date without a purpose, so ask him what his plans are. If it is to have fun without commitment, you can decide to roll with it or call it to quit. But I would advise you don't stay in an undefined relationship so you don't end up wasting your years in a futile dating.